Alright, what's going on, guys? So today we're going to show you how to stream with OBS.Live. Set that application up for live streaming on Twitch. So first you're going to want to go to Streamelements.com. Yes sir, Harris Heller. Connect with your Twitch account. That should take you straight to your dashboard. And you're going to want to go here and go to OBS.Live. I mean, you can use other applications like regular OBS or Streamlabs OBS, but this is OBS.Live. This is the Streamelements version. I just recommend the entire Streamelements ecosystem. So you're gonna want to click download here. I'll select the place for you to download it. Alright, so once it's downloaded, you're just gonna click here to run the installer. Alright, now we'll click finish. Alright, once you got it installed, it'll ask you to run the auto configuration wizard. So to make things easy, you could run the auto configuration wizard right now, and then could go back and change anything we want. So alright, let's click yes. And it'll ask you to optimize for streaming. Recording is secondary. And yeah, we'll do that. The first option. For the base canvas resolution, depending on if your PC's powerful enough, and if your internet is powerful enough, I would go with 1920 by 1080. But I think most people should go for 720. But I'll explain that later. So I'm gonna just go with 720 for now because I know my internet is not that fast. But if you have a pretty beefy computer and you have pretty fast internet, you could go with 1080. And now I will connect my account. You could click right here to sign into your account, and then you could click next, and it will also test your upload speed as well. Alright, so it's determined I should use these settings, and this looks pretty good. I'm gonna just click apply and connect with your Twitch. Okay, so now we are in OBS Live. Now you just go with the auto configuration settings if you want to, and you can start making your scenes here. I'm gonna just go back and tweak some of the settings here. Alright, for general, make sure this box is checked. So this will give you a warning when you start your stream, so you don't accidentally stream when you don't want to stream. Okay, I'll click apply. For output here, alright, let's just change the output mode to advanced. Now for the streaming settings, I'll leave a link in the description for the Twitch's broadcast guidelines. So you can follow that. I will be following that as well. So for the encoder, X264 is based on your processor, and the NVENC H.264, that's based on your video card. Video card does look better and it's easier to run. So we'll choose the NVENC one, and for rate control, make sure it's at CBR. In order to determine your bit rate, you're gonna want to go to a speed test. So let's do a speed test. Let's go to speedtest.net, and you're gonna run a speed test, okay? And what you're gonna want to pay attention to is the upload speed. Yes, right here. You're gonna look at your upload speed and take 70% of it. So at max, 70% of your upload speed. That is what you're gonna want to put your bitrate to. To be safe, you could do half of your upload speed. So 5.67, so 3 is around half. So 3 megabytes per second. I'm gonna put that. So 3 megabits per second is 3,000 kilobits per second. So half of my upload speed will be dedicated just for streaming. And again, at most, I would use 70% of that upload speed. 70% of that upload speed at most. But you have to take into account you might have other people on your internet, or you might have other devices, etc. So to be safe, I usually run just half of my upload speed. And the keyframe interval, you just put to 0. And for the preset, you can leave it on quality and high profile. Max speed frames 2. Let's go to audio. And for devices, you're gonna want to put your headphones as a desktop audio, or wherever you hear your audio. I'll put my headphones here, and for my mic, I'll put my microphone. And yeah, that's it. I'm gonna click apply. So that's done for that tab. And then for video, and again, this depends on how fast your computer is and how fast your internet is. So if you have enough of the upload speed and you know you have a good computer, you could stream at 1080p. Make sure when you stream at 1080p, make sure both the base and the output resolution is at 1080p. But my internet upload speed is really slow, so I can only stream at 720. And make sure when you stream at 720, make sure both your base and output resolution is at 720. As for the downscale filter, this determines like the sharpening. Just leave it at bicubic. I've seen some people put it to the 36 sample one. I feel like this one is a little too over sharp, so I just leave it at the 16 sample bicubic. That one looks the most natural. For the FPS, if you want to play games, you're gonna want to go for 60 FPS. But if you choose a lower frame rate, that takes up less of your internet. Or if you're just doing like just chatting streams, you could get away with 24. You don't need that extra FPS. But if you do have decent internet and you're playing a game on stream, you should leave it at 60. Just change it to 30 because my internet is slow. And then hotkeys, these are just like keybinds you could set. You can set a hotkey to mute your mic or to change scenes. Alright, and lastly we have the advanced tab. The process priority, that normal should be fine. This determines how much your computer will prioritize OBS, but normal should be just fine. Renderer, let's leave it at Direct 3D 11. Color format, leave it at MV12. And color space, make sure this is on 709. The 601 color space, that will look a little bit off, so make sure it's at 709. And make sure your color range, make sure that is on partial. If you put it at full, the dark parts will look really dark and it's really hard to see. So color range, leave that at partial. Yeah, and that's it. You can click apply and okay. So now your settings are all set up. Now what we need to do now is just make a scene. Now let's put stuff on this scene. We're on a scene right now. Let's just rename this to gameplay scene. Gameplay. Now to add stuff to your scene, you could click the plus sign right here. Here's where you add your stuff. So if you want to add a game, you could go to game capture right here. I'm just boot up a game real quick so I could show you an example. So I'm just boot up AimLab over here. Alright, so I've AimLab booted up. If I want to add a game, you go right here, go to game capture and create new. Click OK. You don't want to click capture a specific window, and the window select the game that you want. Then you click OK. Now the game is gonna be humongously zoomed in, so you're gonna want to right click on the game, go to transform, go to fit to screen, and bam, there you go. Automatically resizes it. Now if you want to add a webcam onto your scene, you're gonna click the plus sign right here, and that will be the video capture device. So select that and create new and click OK. And here we go. Here's my sweaty hand cam. Then click OK. And again, right click, transform, fit to screen. Now you can resize your webcam to however big you want it. You can put it to wherever you want it. I like to put it right here. You can also add like overlays as well. If you do have your own overlays, you can go right here, click the plus sign and click on image and click OK, and then just browse for wherever you save your overlay image. But since this is Streamelements, you do have a powerful online editor. There's a ton of free overlays on Streamelements. In order to put those in there, you're gonna want to click the plus sign here and click on browser. So let's go to Streamelements right here. We could go to the themes gallery. Man, this is where you have a bunch of free overlays. Now a lot of people love the Valorant one, so let's just put it on here just for demonstration purposes. So click create, and now you could click create my overlay. I'll just rename this to Valorant. They will give you all the URLs to paste in your OBS. So the in-game one is this one, so let me just click the copied button, and right here in this URL box, this is where I'll paste the URL, and I'll put this to 1920 by 1080 and click OK. And again, right click it, transform, fit to screen. And there we go. Since the webcam's over here, I can just drag my webcam over here and just resize it. And you can use the arrow keys for fine tuning. And you can customize anything you want inside of the overlay editor. Go over here on the Streamelements website, go to my overlays, and then you can edit your overlay here. And again, you have a really powerful overlay editor inside of Streamelements.com. I could go more into detail in another video, but yeah, you could do things like add this. You could add your own pictures if you want to, add your own labels. But if you want to change your name, you could click right here on your name, go to edit text here, go to settings, and this is right here you'll change your name. I just put my screen name here. I could go more in depth into it in a later video, but yeah, once you did all your changes, make sure to click save right here. And yeah, there we go. Now, if you want to make another scene, so if you want to make like a starting soon screen, you just make another screen right here. Enter the name of the scene. So let's make a stream starting screen. I'm just name this start, and I'm just put a browser source. So put a new browser source. For this URL, I'll use the one that they provide me, the stream start screen. That's part of this overlay pack. Let's go back here. Right here, there's a stream start screen. Go click the 3 dots here, copy URL, and paste the URL. And again, 1920 by 1080. And click OK. Right click, transform, fit to screen. So yeah, something like that. So you can see it fades for the transition. If you want to change the transition, you go right here, change it to cut. So it'll just be a regular cut. Or if you want to add something new, you can add the plus sign here. I could add something like a slide, for example. You could change the direction of the slide. But do whatever you see fit. And you could change how fast or slow the transition is right here. So let's go for 500. That's a little slower. Alright, so there we go. You have a little stream setup now. Another thing to make sure is your audio levels. A lot of people will have their game way too loud, so make sure desktop audio is not too loud. If your webcam has a microphone on it, make sure that is muted. And one last thing I recommend everybody do is make sure to test your stream first before you go live. Test to make sure your audio levels are good, and test if your video quality is alright. And alright, real quick before we go, here are 3 bonus tips. Actually, they're not even bonus tips, they're like really important tips you have to keep in mind. So every time you launch OBS.Live, you should right click it and run as administrator. This will ensure OBS.Live has enough resources in your computer to be able to handle your stream smoothly. And also, when you are streaming, it will also help to disable your preview. Again, this will help with your performance when you are streaming. And one final thing, this is a crucial tip for preventing drop frames on stream, and that is to limit your FPS in game. Almost all games have FPS caps in their graphics settings, so cap your frames per second and make sure to cap your FPS so it matches your monitor's refresh rate. So if you're playing on a 144Hz monitor, then you would cap your FPS to 144 frames per second. If you're playing a game on Origin, like Apex Legends for example, then you could go to your game, right click it, go to the properties, and under advanced launch options, copy and paste this command line. It's plus FPS underscore max, and then for the number at the end there, you put your monitor's refresh rate. My monitor is 60 Hz, so I will put 60, and make sure to click save. So there you go, 3 important tips to keep in mind when you are streaming. Run OBS.Live as administrator, disable your preview, and cap your FPS in game. So there it is, there is how to set up OBS.Live for live streaming on Twitch. I will be making more videos in the future discussing some more stuff in depth, but if you want to check out my other tutorials, I'll leave it in the card above and in the end screen. So if you want to learn about how to use a real camera like I do for my webcam, or if you want to learn how to set up your mic properly, that's also very important. So make sure to check out those videos as well. If you would like to see me stream, you can follow me at twitch.tv/EdwardLee. Thank you all for watching again. I'll see you all in the next one. Later.